Hello, sweet Geminis. This is Jamie Dawn, your professional psychic advisor, and I'm bringing to you a video on Saturn in Capricorn, and this is hitting your 8th house. Now, we know that 8th house deals with death and taxes. It also deals with sex and passion and unification. And with Saturn in your 8th house, you will be faced with, or I should say you may be faced with, because everyone's different, right? We're all much bigger than just one sign in our chart. But Gemini, for the sake of this video, you're going to be looking at dealing with things of unity. And Saturn may be causing restriction around that feeling that you're part of something greater than yourself. And one way that this could show up is literally in the bedroom. You may find that the emotions are really intense and really deep, but you may not have the ability to be able to express them the way that you really want to, or because it could be a lack of relationship. Or you may find that the relationships you're in right now will have a lot of other factors involved that don't help you feel safe enough to be able to express yourself in that way. Another way that Saturn may be affecting you is in the area of joint resources. So you may find that you're wanting to share your skills, your gifts, your life, your information, your connection with someone very deeply and very passionately, but yet they're holding you at arm's length, or they're not able to give you what you're looking for. So there may be a feeling of inadequacy that comes in if you're not careful, where you may feel like you're not good enough. A lot of that kind of mental play could come in. Now, the way that you can use Saturn in Capricorn in that 8th house for your benefit is actually through your willingness to communicate your fears, your desires, your deeper longings. You could actually help your partner, your person of interest, to reveal to you more of what they want, because you're being vulnerable. So the invitation, Gemini, is that you're willing to be the first one to show that underbelly, and realize too that you can't control how that person is going to respond to you. There may be issues of control that start to emerge in your really deeply connected relationships. This could also be, if, let's say at work, if you're trying to get a project out into the world, and yet you don't have the resources that you need, and you're asking someone to help you, and they're putting conditions on it, or there's strings attached, because that may feel like you're being controlled. So those are some ways that Saturn in Capricorn could work against you, or make you feel like it's working against you. So what you can do to use it is communicate, negotiate, be willing to get into that role of, hey, this is really what I need in order to feel safe, in order to establish, because remember, Saturn wants to establish form into everything it touches. So if you're willing to go through those tests of communicating, which Gemini, you love to communicate, use your gifts, use them as a tool, not a weapon, right? So communicate, negotiate what you need, and be willing to talk about your fears. Gemini, this is a great time if you need therapy, or you need a professional sounding board. Get it. Marriage counseling is great for Geminis who are partnered and going through partner crisis. Some of you may be carrying the shit sack, if you will, from the previous partnership, or what you're dealing with when Saturn was sitting in your 7th house the last 2.5 years, that you're picking up those pieces and you're going, now what? Get that professional help, get the financial advisor involved. Some of you are carrying financial burdens because you ended a marriage or a partnership, and you're left holding the bag of now what, right? So use these next 2.5 years to reestablish that security and that passion for life and passion for connection, and reestablish trust within yourself and within that unity of who you are, integrating the spiritual, psychic, and intuitive nature of you into the physical form. okay? So Saturn sitting in that 8th house can really be, yes, crisis points. I can't lie to you about that. There may be some crisis points over the next 2.5 years, but you can use them as an opportunity for deeper unification of integration within yourself, and to be able to unify yourself with another person or another group. And build that trust. Take your time building trust with yourself as well as with others. And remember, if nothing else, Saturn wants to remind us life really can work for us if we're willing to put forth the effort. All right, Gemini, you know where to find me, jamiedawn.com. Take care.